Just when ARMY thought the story was over, everything changed. After days of endless speculation surrounding Jungkook's journey to the United States, Taehyung has finally been seen heading there as well, and fans are completely losing their minds. Is this just a personal trip? A surprise BTS-related schedule? Or is there something much bigger happening behind the scenes? Every new photo, every airport moment, and every tiny detail has sparked an emotional wave across the fandom. As excitement reaches its peak, one question keeps everyone talking. Why did Taehyung choose to follow now? And what could this mean for Jungkook, BTS, and ARMY? Stay until the end, because the latest developments are far more surprising than anyone expected. Before long, social media was overflowing with new theories as the news of Taehyung's reported departure toward the United States spread across the global BTS fandom. Within minutes, hashtags featuring Taehyung, Jungkook, BTS, and ARMY climbed rapidly, proving once again that even the smallest movement involving BTS members can instantly become worldwide news. What made this moment feel different was not simply that Taehyung appeared to be following Jungkook's path, but the timing itself. For many fans, the sequence of events seemed impossible to ignore, creating an emotional atmosphere where excitement mixed with endless curiosity. Only a short time earlier, countless discussions had centered on Jungkook's arrival in the United States. Every airport photo, every fan sighting, and every update fueled speculation about his schedule. Some believed he had traveled for music-related work, while others imagined preparations connected to future BTS activities. Without any official confirmation explaining every detail, anticipation continued to grow. Then reports that Taehyung was also heading to the United States added an entirely new layer to the story, leaving ARMY wondering whether these separate journeys could somehow be connected. The reaction across the fandom reflected just how deeply BTS continues to influence millions of people around the world. Fans carefully compared travel timelines, revisited previous interviews, and examined every available detail in hopes of understanding what might happen next. Even longtime followers admitted they had not expected such a sudden development after all the recent attention surrounding Jungkook's overseas schedule. Instead of slowing down, the excitement only became stronger as more conversations appeared online. Many fans also remembered how often unexpected BTS moments have transformed into unforgettable memories. Throughout the group's career, seemingly ordinary travel schedules have sometimes been followed by surprise announcements, major performances, recording sessions, collaborations, or emotional reunions. Because of that history, even a simple airport appearance now carries enormous significance in the eyes of ARMY. Every movement feels meaningful because BTS has repeatedly shown that extraordinary news often begins with ordinary moments. As discussions intensified, attention naturally expanded beyond Taehyung and Jungkook. Supporters began mentioning RM, Jeon, Suga, J-Hope, and Jimin, wondering whether the members might once again be preparing for something larger together. Although no official statement had confirmed any collective activity, the possibility alone was enough to ignite worldwide anticipation. The bond between the 7 members has always inspired fans to believe that every new chapter brings them one step closer to another unforgettable era. At the same time, emotions continue to rise because the recent months have already been filled with meaningful milestones for BTS. Every appearance, every message shared with fans, and every public update has reminded ARMY that the group's journey is constantly evolving. Taehyung's reported trip to the United States therefore feels larger than a simple international flight. For many supporters, it symbolizes another page in a story they have followed for years, making every update feel deeply personal. What makes this situation especially fascinating is how quickly expectations have shifted. Just days ago, conversations focused almost entirely on Jungkook's activities, with fans trying to understand his schedule and future projects. Now, the spotlight has expanded dramatically as Taehyung enters the picture. Instead of answering existing questions, his reported departure has created even more mysteries, encouraging fans to connect every possible clue while waiting for something official to emerge. Across online communities, excitement continues building with remarkable speed. Every newly shared image, every fan observation, and every small detail immediately becomes part of a much larger conversation. Some believe the timing is simply a coincidence driven by individual schedules, while others remain convinced that something significant could be unfolding behind the scenes. Until more information becomes available, speculation continues to grow stronger with each passing hour. For ARMY, the emotional weight of this moment comes from the uncertainty itself. Sometimes the greatest excitement is not knowing exactly what comes next. It is the possibility that keeps millions of fans refreshing their feeds, watching airport updates, and waiting for the next unexpected headline. And if recent events have proven anything, it is that the biggest surprises often arrive when nobody sees them coming. making Taehyung's reported journey to the United States one of the most closely watched BTS stories of the moment. As the hours continued to pass, the anticipation surrounding Taehyung's reported journey only intensified. Rather than fading, the conversation grew louder with every new update shared across social media. Fans from different countries stayed awake through the night, refreshing their timelines repeatedly, hoping that the next notification would finally reveal what was really happening. The excitement was no longer limited to a single airport sighting. Instead, it had become a global discussion driven by one simple question that nobody could answer with certainty. What made the situation even more emotional was the remarkable timing. Jungkook had already become the center of worldwide attention after his reported arrival in the United States, with fans wondering what kind of activities awaited him there. Before those questions could be fully answered, Taehyung suddenly entered the conversation. For countless armies, the sequence felt too significant to overlook. Although there has been no official confirmation connecting their schedules, the close timing naturally encouraged fans to wonder whether another meaningful chapter in BTS's journey could be unfolding behind the scenes. The emotional connection between BTS and ARMY has always transformed ordinary moments into unforgettable memories. A single photograph can inspire millions of reactions. A brief airport appearance can dominate global trends for an entire day. That unique relationship explains why Taehyung's reported departure immediately captured worldwide attention. It was never just about a flight. It was about the hope that every new step taken by the members could eventually lead to another unforgettable moment shared with fans. Meanwhile, discussions expanded far beyond Taehyung and Jungkook themselves. Fans began reflecting on how much BTS has experienced together over the years. From exhausting world tours to emotional reunions, from career-defining performances to quiet moments that unexpectedly touched millions, every chapter has strengthened the belief that the members continue to move forward while supporting one another. That history is exactly why every new update feels larger than it appears on the surface. Many longtime followers also noticed how carefully BTS has handled important projects in the past. Major announcements have often arrived without much warning, leaving fans completely surprised. Sometimes months of speculation have ended with a single announcement that changed everything overnight. Because of that pattern, every unexplained schedule naturally attracts enormous attention. Fans understand that not every trip leads to a groundbreaking announcement, but they also know that some of the biggest BTS moments began with almost no public information at all. As excitement spread across international communities, countless theories continued to emerge. Some believe the United States could be the setting for future creative work involving one or more members. Others imagine preparations related to global promotions or individual schedules. There were also fans who preferred to remain patient, reminding everyone that waiting for official updates is the best way to avoid confusion. Despite these different opinions, one thing united everyone: the overwhelming excitement to see what would happen next. Another reason emotions continued to rise was the visible support among the members throughout recent years. Whether appearing together on stage, encouraging one another during interviews, or celebrating important milestones, BTS has consistently demonstrated a connection that resonates deeply with fans. That shared history naturally causes people to become invested whenever two members are connected through major news events, especially when those members are Taehyung and Jungkook, whose friendship has often become a topic of admiration among ARMY around the world. The atmosphere became even more intense as international media and fan communities continued monitoring every possible update. Each newly released image was analyzed from every angle. Every timeline was compared. Every detail was discussed as if it might contain the missing piece of a much larger story. Yet, despite the endless speculation, the biggest mystery remained unanswered. Why had these developments happened so close together, and what exactly could be waiting in the United States? Perhaps the most powerful part of this story is not what fans already know, but what remains unknown. Sometimes uncertainty creates even stronger emotions than certainty ever could. It keeps millions of people emotionally connected, encouraging them to follow every update while imagining countless possibilities. That feeling of anticipation has always been one of the defining characteristics of the BTS journey, turning even the quietest moments into unforgettable experiences. Now all eyes remain fixed on what comes next. Fans continue waiting for the next official appearance, the next meaningful update, or the next unexpected announcement that could finally bring clarity to the growing speculation. Until that moment arrives, Taehyung's reported journey and Jungkook's earlier arrival remain at the center of one of the most closely followed stories in the BTS community, leaving ARMY around the world holding on to the hope that the next chapter may be even bigger than anyone has imagined.